Riverina.
Whether it's households, whether it's farms, whether it's factories, whether it's small businesses, right across society, Australians are worse off now than what they were prior to the election in May 2022 of the Albanese government.
Sadly true.
The Deputy Liberal Leader and Member for Farrer asked a very good question in Question Time today when she queried the Prime Minister about the record number of Australian business insolvencies of any month ever. 1,364 businesses going up the spout. And since this Prime Minister took office, more than 24,700 Australian businesses have gone insolvent. And the Prime Minister disputed those figures, even though they were the Australian Securities and Investment Commission figures, even though they were the official statistics. And yet we have a government that is promising to build 1.2 million Australian homes. And amongst those insolvencies, the second highest sector is the construction industry. And if you look at the figures, and this again is ASIC data, the numbers of construction companies going insolvent, and these are the first time a company enters external administration or has a controller appointed industry type, it goes from 21-22, 1,284. The following year, 2,213, and then 2,977 for financial year 23-24. Those figures come on the back of Labor saying that they're going to build 1.2 million Australian homes, come on the back of the Victorian government trying to shut down the timber industry, on the back of the Victorian government, where the member for Jagga Jagga lives in Victoria, telling new homeowners that they can't put gas appliances in their homes. And so how, in goodness knows name, are we going to get that quantity of houses built? Well, we've done a cosy little deal yesterday with the Greens. Love is back in the air when it comes to Labor and the Greens. Now, the romance never really browned off. It didn't. They just pretend. No, it's not wrong. Not wrong, member for Eden Monaro at all. It was always there. They just feigned, let's have this little lovers tiff so that everybody thinks we're not together anymore. But you know what? We'll still accept your preferences. And just in the death throes of the parliamentary sitting schedule, we'll reunite. We'll get back into bed. And that's exactly what happened yesterday. That is exactly what happened yesterday. Labor and the Greens back in cahoots, back. Yes, I hear preferences from the member for Eden Monaro, the Regional Development Minister. That is so true. It's all about preferences, because that is how Labor will get back in. And rest assured, if we are in a minority government situation after the next election, well, the figures on insolvencies, the figures on energy costs, the figures on grocery prices, the Bowser cost for everybody who ever goes to fill up their car or their ute or their truck or whatever, their motorbike, it's going to be up and up and up. Because let me tell you, if the Labor government is going to be led by the nose by the Greens political party, then we are all in trouble. We are all in trouble, because the Greens just don't have an environmental agenda. That would be fine if they did, but they have got an economic agenda to dismantle the traditions of this nation. And that's before they even start on social norms. That's before they even start fixing up what they think is wrong, everything wrong with society. But don't just take my word for it on the construction side. Look at Credit Watch Chief Economist Ian Colhan, who said on the construction side interest rates do reduce construction, and there's the well-publicised cost pressure that businesses in the building industry have faced for a number of years. He said that. Now, construction had the second highest business failure rate, with a 12-month average of 5.3%. And it is a terrible indictment on this government that what we have is both the hospitality and construction have the most number of businesses with debts to the tax office, the most number of businesses failing. And that leads to pressures on households. Households already crippled with debt. Households already wondering how they're going to put Christmas presents under the tree for the kids come December 25. households that are under pressure because of this government, which did nothing in its first few months but worry about a divisive referendum that failed, and they didn't look at cost of living pressures at all.
Time has expired, and the member